Hello everyone, I'm Rabbi Chaitovsky, and I'm sitting here in my office at BMH-BJ. Welcome to another video Dvar. Well, this week we're going to start the second book of the Torah, the book of Shemot. We always call the book of Shemot the book of Exodus because the topic deals with the Exodus from Egypt after 210 years of slavery. We know that. We also know that we didn't give the book that name. The Hebrew name of the book is Shemot, which means names. And the Torah portion, the book begins with a recollection of the names of the original children of Jacob, the children of Israel, who descended into Egypt, of course, Yosef already having been there. And it reminds us of exactly what our roots are and in whom our roots can be found. And it goes out of its way to list the tribes, to also link this Torah portion to the book of Breshit. The Torah's view of history is that nothing occurs in a vacuum, everything is connected, and surely there is a connection between our slavery in Egypt, our sojourn in Egypt, to the book of Breshit, and that connection is obvious. Had Yosef not been sold as a slave into Egypt, had he not subjected his brothers to whatever it was that he did to get everyone down and to be reunited with his father, who spent his last years in Egypt, we would never have been slaves. And imagine that. No slavery, no Pesach, no Jewish life as we know it. What exactly was going on in Egypt at this time, we're not quite sure, but the Torah describes something very interesting near the very beginning in verse 7. It says, Uvenei Yisrael, the children of Israel, paru, they increased, vayishritzu, they swarmed, vayirbu, they magnified, they became many, vaya'atzmu, and they strengthened themselves, bima'od ma'od, very, very much. Vatimalei haaretz otam, and the earth was filled with them. Multiple verbs to describe an amazing population increase. Paru, vayishritzu, vayirbu, vayatzmu, bim'od ma'od, vatimalei haaretz otam, the earth was filled with them, the land was filled with them. 7 verbs to describe this amazing population growth. And it is only after that that we're told that this new king arose and began to strategize about his supposed Jewish problem, his Israelite problem. What exactly was the problem? Well, to hear Pharaoh talk about it, it was that if we're ever attacked, this new population will become a 5th column, and they're going to join with our enemies against us. Total fabrication. The Israelites had been nothing but loyal citizens all these years in the aftermath of Joseph. And what reason did this new king really have to think that? He was posturing. Our commentators say he's making up a lie like anti-Semites have over the years. The real cause of his anti-Semitism, his fear, was in the words, Vatimalei haaretz otam. The earth was filled with them. Everywhere you looked, there was another Hebrew, another Israelite, another Jew. And, at one time, the Israelites lived in one little area called Goshen. Well, the implication here, at least you might read it this way, is that the population grew so much that they expanded way beyond their original Jewish neighborhood. There was no Jewish neighborhood anymore. They were living everywhere. And jobs, which may have been scarce, were even scarcer because now Israelites, now Hebrews were taking over jobs. And our Medrash says that one of the things Pharaoh said was, there's not even any burial places because there's so many Israelites, and when they die, they're buying up all of our burial plots, all of our land for burial. This is nothing new. Anytime you want to find sort of the seeds of this kind of anti-Semitic sentiment based on things like, well, they're taking our jobs, they're taking our economy from us, they're undermining our status in the community. And it's not just Jews. We say it about immigrants. We say it about any ethnic group that, that instills a bit of a fear in us. And Pharaoh used this as a pretext, and he began, as I said, to strategize. Let us deal wisely with this Jewish problem. And he put it in terms that people could relate to, about at least that Pharaoh could relate to, the Fifth Army. But he also tried to sow the seeds of discontent among the people by using the Torah's own description that they're everywhere, and they shouldn't be everywhere. What happened to Goshen? Let them go back to their homeland. Let them go back to Goshen. Let them stay there. And things spiraled out of control from there, and before we knew it, we were building cities for Pharaoh, and then we were slaves for the next 200 years. To be continued. Shabbat Shalom.